Hey guys, Sure, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're talking about the Battlefield 2042 Season 4 update patch notes. If you want to know anything about Battlefield 2042 Season 4, I'll link a couple videos in the description. We're just going to talk about the patch notes in this video, and I have to be honest up front, it's kind of disappointing. There's not really a lot of things to note here, but the things of note are definitely significant changes and worth mentioning. Let's just say that list mains are in total shambles after this patch, but if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and of course subscribe to the channel. Follow my Twitch, link in the description, and let's just get right into this. Starting off with the general improvements section, the end of round sequence now explains what will actually happen after the transition phase of the game. They give an example here. If you switch sides and stay in the lobby, you will now also be presented with the option to leave the game. Their reasoning for this is this will help with accidental quitting. And let me tell you something. From personal experience, as the #1 fastest Alt F4 of Battlefield 2042, every time I quit this game is fully intentional. So, you know, there's no accidental quits from me. The next patch note is particularly hilarious to me because they actually mention they fixed an issue with an extraction streak error in Hazard Zone, as if anybody has played Hazard Zone within the past 9 months. The most important change in the general section is definitely that increasing the minimap size will no longer increase the size of the icons. This sort of indirectly confirms that they have added independent minimap resizing, which means that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to 2012. We're back to an option that was released in Battlefield 4. Can we get a round of applause in the comment section for this absolutely substantial addition to Battlefield 2042? Groundbreaking. Now, listen up, Battlefield 2042 controller players, because this is specifically directed towards you. In Update 3.2, you might recall that the return of the class system actually kind of messed with the controller default mappings, and that pretty much irritated about 60% of the player base. In the Battlefield 2042 Season 4 update, they are unbinding and rearranging some of the controller binds to help avoid some of these double binds and just irritating things that were happening with the controller mapping as part of Update 3.2. So you guys should feel the effects when this update releases. In the map section, a ton of miscellaneous changes, but my personal favorite is the penguins on Breakaway have apparently filled a hole in B1 where players used to be stuck and completely unable to actually leave. In the soldier section, they've improved consistency of melee takedowns yet again. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen this patch note, so maybe it'll actually do what it says this time. They've also improved proning behavior on steep slopes, so I'm sure you'll be able to prone on a 90-degree angle now. They've improved zipline behavior when vehicle is parked near the same location as the zipline. Sometimes you could not actually interact with the zipline if the vehicle was too close. And my personal favorite change from this section fixed an issue that caused the icon of selected weapons to disappear when climbing a ladder. I'm not even sure how anyone found that, but hey, it's fixed. In the specialist section, there really isn't much to go over. In the Falc specific section of this, they fixed an issue that caused shockwaves from explosions to interrupt Falc's self-heal interaction. That is, of course, a massive gameplay improvement for Falc players. That should be more consistent as a result. And Liss has seen a nerf. But is it really a nerf? Not really, and I'll explain why. So if you remember in Update 3.2, they buffed Liss's maximum range of her TV missile from 450 meters to 600. In this patch, they're reducing the range from 600 to 475 meters. So technically, Liss is still slightly buffed range-wise, and the same goes for the velocity of the speed boost of the TV missile. In Update 3.2, they updated the speed of the missile from 100 meters a second while in boost to 150 meters a second. In this patch, they're reducing it from 150 to 110. So it's still slightly faster in boost, and it still goes slightly farther. But here's where the real changes come in. They have tightened the turning angles of the TV missile, which should actually result in it being harder to use. And there's actually a developer comment attached to these list changes, which reads as follows. With these adjustments, we're looking to push Liss into having a higher skill ceiling. And I completely agree with this approach. Liss, in my opinion, was completely overpowered and actually, in my opinion, should not be in the game. I think it's fundamentally broken as a specialist. The fact that you could actually miss the target completely and have the amount of distance to completely turn the missile all the way around to get a second pass on the same target you just missed was absolutely broken as Liss, and I'm glad to see them reduce the range yet again. In the gadget section of this patch, they have fixed an issue where the EMP grenade did not actually disable some vehicular weaponry as it was supposed to, so now the EMP grenade is even stronger than it was originally because now it actually works properly. My favorite change of this entire patch is fixed an issue where the tugs would cause unwanted screen shake. So let me get this straight. If you placed a tugs down, it would basically act as a miniature earthquake creator. The most important change by far in the gadget section, though, is the fact that the Assault class will now be able to carry a maximum of 2 med pens. This is huge, considering that Battlefield 2042 is by far, without question, the Battlefield game where you take the most unneeded and unintentional damage in. I've had so many times where I spawn as McKay, spawn as Zane, get shot down to 20 HP, and have to burn my med pen, literally from just spawning. Very welcome change, in my opinion. Great to see that. Some changes to the Claymores as well. The Claymore has been changed so that it only deals damage in its forward-facing position where the lasers are. Previously, it would deal damage in a 360-degree radius. And the other change to the Claymore is the fact that it will no longer accidentally be capable of destroying building walls. In the vehicle section, some absolutely fantastic changes to aircrafts in particular. They have made lift and drag improvements to the Aeron and elevator areas of jet aircraft to allow for smoother pitching. They also improved the pitch down to turn faster than pitching up as intended. The VTOL mode now correctly activates and deactivates for the F-35 and Condor, and they've made adjustments to the F-35 to balance it better against the Su-57 Felon in direct dogfights. Personally, I find the jet gameplay in this game to be absolutely depressing. I actually flew a lot of jets in Battlefield 3 and 4. I was super into it. Love the speed control, love the mechanics available in those games, and it just doesn't feel anything like that in Battlefield 2042. And last but not least, the weapons section. If you watched to this point, thank you so much, and be sure to like the video. In the weapons section, Ace-42 will no longer clip through the screen when opening the plus menu. The MTAR-21 had the incorrect headshot multiplier. That has been fixed. The heavy barrel, this is very interesting actually, will now affect recoil, spread, bullet velocity, and rate of fire on the MTAR-21. I'm wondering how it's going to affect rate of fire. Is it going to increase the rate of fire, decrease the rate of fire? I'm very interested in seeing that because I've never really seen a heavy barrel change so many things about a gun. The M416 has also had its correct headshot multiplier applied to the weapon, and the NVK-22 no longer has a broken reload animation. So that is about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow my Twitch stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. And if you're watching this video today, when it's released, I might be streaming a Gundam Evolution tournament right now, so follow the Twitch. You might catch me in the grand finals. Who knows? So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.